Chad's capital, N'Djamena, Ola Suleiman sits by the side of the road breaking rocks to sell for use in construction. She says life for her and her family is grueling, but she sees no other way to make a living.
It's very hard to live here with no money. My children cannot go to school to become well educated. We accept this situation as we don't have any other choice.
Chad, along with its neighbours Niger and Central African Republic, consistently finds itself at the bottom of the United Nations Human Development Index. The HDI was created in 1990 as a measure of a country's prosperity. It takes into account factors such as life expectancy, education and per capita income. Suleiman is not alone. 6.5 million Chadians live below the poverty line, a number that rose by 38% between 2011 and 2019, according to the World Bank. Omar Bourid, a mother of four, lost her home to floods that devastated parts of Chad a year ago and now lives on a public soccer pitch in N'Djamena.
It's really hard to find a good job. People are suffering. All the people here are having a hard time.
While for decades, non-profits and development banks have been pouring money into projects to stimulate growth in countries like Chad, many in Central Africa question why there appears to be little progress. One economist says rising population is a major factor. Chad has a birth rate of 6.5 children per woman, compared to less than 2.0 in many developed countries.
Uncontrolled population growth is a recipe for entrenching poverty cycles and in fact creating more conflict in the future because the competition for resources becomes stronger and more acute the more people you have.
In Central Africa, conflicts over resources are becoming more common, many experts say, which in turn leads to more development problems.
A lot of those resources, the little resources they have, they need to invest in their army and in their security forces. So there's a question of what comes first, right? So does the government need to invest more in education and then less in its own security?
He added that the development efforts have been successful in African countries, such as Ivory Coast, as has localised development in Niger's capital, Niamey. But the slow pace of development in Chad means people like Suleiman suffer. She says she feels she has no chance at prosperity.
Of course I feel sick, especially at night. We are really tired and exhausted.
The experts VOA spoke to agree that harnessing the political will and mobilising entire countries to break these cycles is essential to solving development woes. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, N'Djamena, Chad.